What is the difference between burial and interment? Have you ever wondered about the terms burial and interment? While they are often used interchangeably, they actually have distinct meanings in the context of how we treat the deceased. Let's break it down. Burial is a broad term that refers to the practice of placing a deceased body into the ground. This practice has been part of human behavior for tens of thousands of years and is found in many cultures around the world. The reasons for burial are varied. It protects the living from decay and potential disease, shows respect for the dead, and helps the bereaved find closure. When a body is buried, it can be placed directly in the earth or inside a coffin or container. The burial site is often covered with soil afterward. In many cultures, the body may be accompanied by grave goods, such as tools, ornaments, or personal items. These items reflected cultural values and beliefs about death and the afterlife. On the other hand, interment is a term that is often used synonymously with burial, but it has a more specific meaning. Interment refers to the act of placing the body or remains into a final resting place. This resting place is usually underground, but it can also include mausoleums or other designated locations. Interment emphasizes the formal aspect of laying the deceased to rest. This act is a significant ritual in many cultures, marking the transition of the deceased from the living world to their final resting place. In practical terms, burial is the general process of disposing of the dead, while interment is the specific act of placing the body into a grave or tomb. Anthropologically, both practices are deeply embedded in cultural norms and rituals that vary widely. For instance, some cultures practice secondary burial, where the body is initially buried and later exhumed for reburial after certain rites. Others may have elaborate ceremonies accompanying interment to honor the deceased and support their journey in the afterlife. So, to summarize, burial is the overall practice of placing a dead body into the earth, while interment is the specific act of placing the body or remains into a grave or tomb. Both practices reflected human responses to death, combining practical concerns with cultural, spiritual, and social meanings. They play a fundamental role in how societies manage loss and memory, helping people navigate the transition of the deceased within their worldview.